Hey weirdos and weirdettes.
Weirdos and weirdettes.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Hey peeps, what's up?
I'ma jump in it like this. I don't party with the kids. I get lit and I sit at the crib. You my baby, no bill.
Today we're gonna talk about like what's the point of marriage and like is it really recognized by God, and you know how long till you determine like this right time to go ahead and marry a person. Not is marriage recognized by God, is divorce recognized by God. So yeah. Okay, so we have another video where we did a Q&A. I'm gonna leave the link to that. I'm going to leave the link to that video down in the description box below. And like basically towards the end of the video, we were talking about marriage, and like it started getting like way further than it needed to go. So it was like, you know what? How about we just put this into our spiritual segments and we could respond about it there? Yeah, right. So yeah, so basically I was saying like he basically feels like there's no point in getting married. Like what's the purpose of marriage? Like it's something that was man-made. But
keep finish.
But I'm saying that like there is a point to marriage, and that like the whole point of marriage is so that you're not living a sinless, you know, whether it's a sinless sexual life, whether you're shacking or whatever the case is. And you know, God created marriage to bind two people into one. Like, you know, like we really love that person, that's the person you want to deal with, then you know, you get married with them and you show them that love and you present your relationship to God. But yeah, that's basically the point that I think.
I don't have a problem with marriage. It's just that it's just like it's how we view marriage. To me, I think it's just how females view marriage. Wedding, big wedding.
It's like a
big
goal.
ring. Like it's almost like it's a goal more than as in it's being something like
between you and that person.
Between you and that person. That's how that's how I feel about marriage. Now it just makes me believe like, what's the point of marriage if we have, I won't say majority, but 50% of the females in this way, the woman's population thinks that marriage should be about big ring, a big ring, a ring that looks fancy, a big wedding.
But not every female have that type of mentality, and there's a lot.
That's why I said 50.
But there's 50% of guys that are like that too. I know a lot of guys who always say, "Yo, when I have a wedding, it's gonna be fue. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that." And they want big weddings. For example, my sister did not want a big wedding. She wanted to go to the courthouse and get married and call it a day.
Right.
And we go out to eat afterwards.
Right.
But her husband was like, why not? And my mom was like, girl, show off your love. Like, why not? Like, you know, and you know how parents are. At the end of the day, they're like, you know, they like to compare with other parents. So they want to be like, yeah, you know, my daughter had a big, nice wedding and the whole 9 yards. So my mom was like, go ahead and do the damn thing. And like her husband, he loves like receptions and parties and things like that. So he wanted a big wedding.
I mean,
mainly
don't get
just
me wrong. Like, yeah, I think the wedding should be like, if we do, like, everybody should know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it should be like, you get married and then you should like give like one of those, like give a toast, like when you go to like the reception, like just skip everything and just go straight to the reception.
Reception, like you get married in court and then just go to a reception.
And just have a big ass dinner. Like, I think that should be a great celebration for wedding.
I don't mind. With me, I feel like when it comes to my wedding,
weddings take too long.
It
Especially
depends.
if you got a pastor that just sit there and
it depends, because some weddings, for example, the people who don't really believe in God and the whole 9 yards, their weddings are not long because there's no preaching. So
really?
Yeah, there's no sermon, there's nothing like that. There's just a priest who comes as a couple.
Who's gonna like? Well, okay, if they don't believe in God, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they either go to like the courthouse, or they get a priest, or they just get like for example, you know, you can get ordained online to like become a person who's legalized to marry people. So they'll probably get one of their friends to get ordained and marry them and do stuff like that. Yeah, so I get what he's saying. Like, there's a lot of females that have like a big misconception when it comes to getting married. But like, not all women are like that. Some women don't even care about the size of the ring. They don't care about how big or small the wedding is. They just care about being with that person. And I have a lot of my female friends.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like, it depends who you surround yourself with. You probably surround yourself with a lot of females who like to be bougie. Most of my female friends, and I'm not going to name their names on camera, but like C, she got married in court and went out to eat afterwards. J, both of the J's got married in court. This second J though, she got married in court and then she had her wedding like a whole year and a half later.
And I also think females are kind of socially like pressured to get married because of their friends that are being married.
That's not necessarily true because I had a lot of friends that got married in my time and I still was not thinking about getting married.
But you thinking about it now?
Growing up. Yeah, because now we're established, we have a child, we're like, you know, we're in a relationship.
And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that.
We've been dealing with each other for some time, so.
What's some time? How long is that? How long is some time?
We've been dealing with each other for some time, so like it's been years that we've been dealing with each other. Maybe like more so 2 years that we actually been in a relationship, right? But 3 years of us just dealing with each other and getting to know each other, and like, cause it was like a very long distance and everybody was on different mindsets. But we like been dealing. Wait, I don't know. I lied. 3 years. 3 years of us dating and 2 years of us getting to know each other. Yeah. 2.5 years of us getting to know each other and 3 years of dating. I don't know. But all I'm saying is we've known each other for a while. Like I know Thomas like the back of my hand. He knows me, but I make him think like he don't know me. So he don't know me, because if he really did know me, then he would know that he know me, but he really don't. But yes.
You know, females got a lot of secrets.
I don't know about that, but I'm not talking about secrets.
I'm not talking about secrets. I'm talking about like they're a criminal in disguise.
I don't know what he's talking about. But anyway.
AKA Spectre Gadget.
Y'all not criminals in disguise.
Oh, you saw that spit that just flew in the camera?
Yeah, your mouth watering. But anyway.
For you, baby.
It's not everybody that's like that. Like now, of course, like we're in our own home. We have a child on the way and the whole 9 yards. I said we got a child on the way. We have kids like.
You got a child on the way we don't know about?
No. We in our own home. We're established now.
So you using turkey basters?
No. Tell me, when the last time we even had that? You even nutted somewhere? Because the nut got to go somewhere for me to take it out with the baster and stick it in me.
Why you gotta be nut? Why you can't be semen or sperm? Why you gotta get so vulgar?
The thing is, hoes have nuts. Men have semen.
Hoes don't have nuts.
Yes, they do. Nigga hoes catch nuts. They release nut. But a guy who's in a faithful relationship with you who love you, he releases semen. It's a difference. Y'all get me, right? Y'all understand what I'm saying, right? It's a difference. I got you.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Marriage is not pointless. At the end of the day, you want your relationship to be recognized by God. And you don't want to be living in sin. And not only that, you want to become one with that person.
Not even just God. Within yourself. You got to be recognized between you and that person. Like,
yeah, but that's what I was just saying. I was like, you want to be one with that person. You want to be able to see that in that person and be
just
able to
like how you remember
person.
You stated from Corinthians 13:4-5, I think. I'm not sure what it was. Love is not. I'm not sure what it was.
Corinthians 13 verse 4-8.
Or 4-8.
Mm-hmm.
That love is not proud or.
Love is not prideful. Love is patient. Love is kind. It seeks no wrong. It doesn't hold on to anger.
Right. And I think that has a lot to do with like when you're trying to fall into the category of like understanding marriage.
Yeah. Because
I think a lot of people have a belief, because I think a lot of men is confused about marriage. Like we think that it's just it's all about for the woman, and sometimes like the woman can get carried away with that too, as in like it should be all about me.
The thing is, if a guy doesn't love you more than you love him, then it's not real love. That's how I feel at the end of the day. Because like, if a guy is not into marrying and doing a wedding just as much as you're into it, or
if he's not crying, like, well, I ain't gonna lie, there be some dudes that cry and then 6 months later they taking their ring off, cheating and shit.
Yeah, so like, crying don't mean nothing.
Crying don't mean nothing.
It's just that you can really see in a guy's eyes, like, if that person love you, you can be like, damn, like this nigga person really love me, and I don't even know if I love him that much. Like, if you're at that point, then you know that person really loves you. Exactly. You know, so that's how I feel. I feel like guys should always love a girl more, because like, a guy, it takes them time to get into that love thing. So when they really love you, they really love you. For a girl, a guy can love her and she likes him, and then she just catches on. Like, it's
Real
easy for us to be swinging off of our feet.
That is true.
Yeah, so
because a man love is like it's strong, boy. Like when a man really love you,
he loves.
That's,
so
boy, there ain't nothing like you don't understand. Like, that man will do anything for you.
When I get that love one day,
baby,
I can't wait.
Baby, stop playing. I love you. Give me a kiss.
I got lip gloss on.
Give me a kiss.
I got lip gloss on.
Don't come with me when that shit get off of you. When you take all that off of you, don't come by me. Don't come.
What's all that? I don't have nothing on but eyebrows.
I'm just letting you know right now. When all that come off of you, don't come on me, bruh.
Y'all know how men are. He gonna say that, but you know, once his things start tingling, he gonna
temptation. No, that's not me.
He'll come right back.
I will fight temptation.
Does God recognize divorce?
Okay. To me, just from my opinion, because I know my opinion.
To me,
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm gonna state my opinion anyway because I have the right to do that. To me, like, I think that because it's wrong. Divorce is wrong because at the end of the day, like, that the point of marriage is not because you love, like, because you love the individual. I think marriage is you trying to grow to love the individual, and that will make love so.
No. If you, the point of marriage.
Not just. I said not just because you love the person.
Oh yeah, the love is growing.
It's because you want the person you want the love to grow.
Yeah, but the love should already be grown before you get married, though.
Nah.
Yeah, it should. Like,
I think it should grow while
your love starts growing and growing. If your love stays at one point, like,
I think one point, but it's like another levels to it.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna hit another level after you get married. It should.
Right. Like.
But divorce.
Divorce is probably, of course, in God's eyes, divorce is horrible. Like that.
God does not recognize divorce.
He doesn't
Unless
recognize.
It's like, I think it's adultery. But I'm gonna get the verse for you guys because we gotta back up, what we're saying, the facts.
I always sound like I keep telling you the Bible is in code. You be thinking that it be.
It's not everything that's in code. Some things are direct and some things are indirect.
Okay.
Like when God says you should not steal, that's a code for it.
Oh, I shouldn't steal.
Don't steal, exactly. It's not a code. That shit is direct. Stop stealing, stop killing, my nigga. Like, it's direct.
But I think divorce is not, but then again, like, I'm just confused, like, because if you give us free will, right, and sometimes our best experience is, not our best experience, but our best teacher, one of our greatest teachers is experience. And, like, if you don't go through it, or if you don't have no acknowledgement of it, like, how can I put this in the best way? Like, how do you know if you dealing with the wrong person? It can be a lie though, because I don't think there's no such thing as you dealing with the wrong person, because the one person can change another individual.
Exactly.
They can.
Like back then, how they used to just marry their kids together. Like, some people they didn't even know each other. But their parents set up their marriage. It was a scheduled marriage, and then you grow to love that person. Like,
but how about if the female grows to love somebody else?
That has happened too, where like the girl or the guy don't want to get married because they're already in love with another person. But at that point, it's like you still got to do it, and that's where adultery starts to happen. Like, because people don't recognize that. But that's why they always tell a guy and a woman to stay away from each other. Like they always say, a woman and male are like gasoline in a pack of matches. Like, you just don't do it. Like, y'all just need to stay away from each other or you could cause a whole fire. So that's why back then they was like really strict with like women hanging out with men and men hanging out with women. Yeah. Because, then things start to cause chaos. But we're going to look at the first verse that says, Mark 10 verse 9. It says, what therefore God has joined together, let not man separate. So that means all y'all...
man not separate. What about the female? She want to separate. She's like,
when it says let not man separate, that means humans, people. What God put together, people can't take apart. So if you married, you went in front of God, you got your marriage done, you can't go to the legal person at the courthouse and tell them, yo, divorce me. And then another verse that says, Romans 6 verse 1, planned sin is not accompanied by any promises of hope. So that means you can't expect help and hope from God when you're planning your sin. A divorce is a planned sin. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing when you're signing the papers. When you're walking to there, you're planning to go do something that you shouldn't be doing. So
to me, I think that if anybody that want to get married, don't rush. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that you're 100% sure about this, and you know that this is something that you really want to do. Don't go by because, oh, she's beautiful and she's doing everything right for me right now. Like, make sure that you are, don't put one foot out and one foot in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got both foot wet. Both, does that make sense? Both foot? No.
I don't know. That
both feet wet. Both. Just make sure your feet is wet. And like, just be sure that this is something that you really want to do at the end of the day.
And then when we look at Matthew 5 verse 31 to 32, it says, it has been said, anyone who divorces his wife must give her a certificate of divorce. But I tell you that anyone who divorces his wife, except for sexual immorality, which is adultery, his wife makes her the victim of adultery, and anyone who marries a divorced woman commits adultery.
So if she gets divorced, she's still kind of married, and
I don't like this version. It's just a new international version.
Yeah,
it says something about.
It's feast. Don't even.
It says give her a certificate of divorce. They didn't even talk like that in the back of the day.
It's so feast. You know, because you know they always kept on saying like the Bible's kind of edited a little bit. So
yeah, the new translated versions are edited. Yeah, because they translate it the way that they feel like it's written.
Yeah.
Luke 16 verse 18 says, whoever putteth away his wife, which is divorce, and marrieth another commits adultery, and whoever marrieth her that is putteth away from husband commits adultery. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 10 to 11 says, no. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband. Damn. Let not the wife depart from her husband, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife.
So the female, it's like he's pretty much saying the female can leave, but the man can't.
No.
Oh, okay.
It says you could depart from him, but even if you do depart from him, you have to like either come back and fix whatever problem you have going on, or you have to stay unmarried until he's basically dead. Because you can't marry somebody else. You're still considered married even though you divorce him. The same thing for the husband. He's still considered married until he divorces his wife. Even if he divorces his wife.
All right, how long
should you typically wait to get married? I don't know. I don't think it should be ever a time frame. I think you'll just feel it and you'll just know when it's time.
Whenever both of you guys are ready.
Yeah, like on the same page in one tune. But just make sure that that's what your significant other wants as well. Make sure that you're like, okay, I want to get married. If that person's telling you, oh, I never think about it. Like, yeah, if y'all still in the talking stage and he's like, oh, marriage is not the thing I'm looking for, run. Don't, no. Run.
Or don't, like, if the person or the dude comes to you like, I think we should get married, like, and then you, no, you're not ready. Or same thing, vice versa. The female be like, yo, I've been dealing with you for this long, and I think we should get married.
But the thing is, I don't understand a nigga who would date a girl and make her girlfriend for 10 years until he's like 35, 40 and didn't want to marry her. Like, no. Like, I watched a couple the other day and the guy was like, I don't see the point of marriage. Like, it's just the paper. It's da-da-da. And you could see on the girl face, like, she didn't really agree with him. But she's like, yeah, that's true. Like, people are just too into it. But, okay, next question. And I was like, girl, you know you want to get married. You know what he just said just hurt your whole soul.
That's every girl dream.
That's not true, because I used to have, it was a point in time where I didn't believe in marriage at all. Because I was like, the fuck, you stuck with one person for the rest of your fucking life, and they could be doing God knows what, and then God is telling you, you can separate, but you can't be with nobody else until that person dies. The fuck, I'm gonna have to kill him. Like, and I really didn't like the thought of marriage at all. No, I'm just saying, like, if you can't be with nobody else till the person dies, then it's like, damn, like, God, you're pressuring me to kill this person so that I could be with someone else that I might potentially love. So that's what I was like, nah. So the thought of marriage used to scare me. I was like, no. Like,
all right, guys, this is the end of it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and subscribe. All right, and don't forget to tell your friend, and tell your mama, and tell your sister.
Okay, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell button to be notified. And don't forget to tell a friend so they can tell a friend so they can tell a friend so they can tell another friend so that friend could come back and watch me.
And make sure you
until next time, Pig.
You tell Jesus.
Deuces.